Hey, good morning, Yashar. This is your boy, Yash Chosen One. We're in the great book of Deuteronomy. We're on chapter 19. Let's just get to it. Remember, in chapter 18, we was discussing about sorcerers and witches and stuff like that. We also discussed that uh, this prophet described in chapter 18 was not who you call Jesus or Yehoshua, but it was actually Joshua. So let's go to chapter 19 and see what it's talking about. When Ayah thy power have cut off the nations, whose land Ayah thy power giveth thee, and thou succeeded them, and dwellest in their cities and in their houses. Thou shalt separate 3 cities for thee in the midst of thy land, which Ayah thy power giveth thee to possess it. Thou shalt prepare thee a way and divide the coasts of thy land, which Ayah thy power giveth thee to inherit, into 3 parts, that every slayer may flee thither. So that's going back to, I don't know where we'll discuss that, but that was going back, the cities of refuge and stuff like that. And this is the case of the slayer which shall flee thither, that he may live, whoso killeth his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hated not in time past, as when a man goeth into the wood with his neighbor to hew wood, and his hand fetcheth a stroke with the axe to cut down the tree, and the head slippeth from the heave, and lighteth upon his neighbor that he die, like an accident. He shall flee into one of those cities and live. So, the Most High is saying accidents happen, and even in death, accidental death. Lest the avenger of the blood pursue the slayer while the heart is hot, and overtake him, because the way is long, and slay him, whereas he was not worthy of death, inasmuch as he hated him not in time past. So what I'm getting out of this is that the Most High knows there could be accidental deaths, and people are gonna get hot and mad. A family member will get hot and mad about it, and and the Most High is saying there's a way to avoid it, to control animosity. Wherefore I command thee, saying, Thou shalt separate 3 cities for thee. And if Ayah thy power enlarge thy coast, as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, and give thee all the land which he promised to give unto thy fathers, if thou shalt keep all these commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love Ayah thy power, and to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee beside these 3. The innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which Ayah thy power giveth thee for inheritance, and so blood be upon thee. But if any man hate his neighbor, and lie in wait for him, so this is premeditated, and rise up against him, and smite him mortally, that he die, and fleeth into one of these cities. So this cities of refuge, it had its rules. It's like manslaughter, and this is, now it's talking about murder. So let's see what happens here. Thy eyes shall not pity him, but thou shalt put away the guilt of innocent blood from Yasher Allah, that he may go well with thee. Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thy inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land thy power giveth thee to possess it. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity, or for any sin, and thy sin that he sinneth at the mouth of 2 witnesses, or at the mouth of 3 witnesses, shall the matter be established. So never one person shouldn't bear witness against someone, because you should have more than one position or opinion about, or facts about a subject. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him that which is wrong, then both the man between whom the controversy is shall stand before Ayah, before the priests and the judges which shall be in those days. And the judges shall make diligent inquisition, and behold, if the witness be a false witness, and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother. so shalt thou put the evil away from among you. And those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more and such evil among you. And thine eye shall not pity, but life shall go for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. All right. So in the case of like if there's like murder, then if it's like a false witness and things of that nature, then but life shall go forth, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. So in essence, what it's saying is, man, don't bear false witness against anybody. And if you lie away from murder, then it's eye for eye, tooth for tooth. Now, manslaughter and things of that nature, things that happen accidentally or come up, that's different. But murder is eye for eye, tooth for tooth. All right, it's your boy, y'all's chosen one. I'll get with you guys on the next chapter. Shalom.